Area School District on the resignation of school board member Alwyn Foster.
Foster said he was leaving the board due to how the district handled the departure of the East High principal and issues related to black staff members at the school historically. The district statement reads, in part, the Board of Education extends its gratitude to Mr. Foster for his years of service and support of the Sun Prairie community. The statement did not address the concerns of racism, but says the process to replace Foster will be transparent. News 3 Now's Tanisha Shaw sat down with Foster to talk about his resignation. We'll have more on that later at 4.
The Fitchburg Police Department is looking into reports of people finding flyers in their community from a hate group. We have photos of the flyers. Now, we've blurred them significantly due to the nature of the content. Police say this morning they received multiple reports about the flyers distributed to homes in the neighborhoods south of McKee Road. The department says similar flyers were delivered to surrounding communities over the past few weeks. The department is asking community members who have video related to the flyer distribution to contact them at 608-270-4300.
Let's get a look at your first warned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is out on the weather patio. Hey, Alex.
Hey there, Allie. Beautiful evening, or afternoon rather, to be out on the patio. It's calm, it's peaceful, the sun's still out right now, temperatures are mild. What more could you ask for? But there are some changes coming in our forecast. Let's take a look at our graphics. A mild weekend ahead, that doesn't change. But later Saturday night, we're going to track some showers, maybe a clap or two of thunder. So that's a bit different than what we've been talking about the past couple of days. Next week is still looking active, but there's also some changes with that weather system that we're going to break down and talk about a little bit more in Maine weather. We got 54 in Madison, 56 to the west in the Wisconsin River Valley, 54 in Janesville, and how about a 5-5 to the north? Up towards Camp Douglas. 54s, we got some 55s, and a 56. There's a warm spot to the west in Middleton. Tonight, temperatures are going to eventually dip down into the upper 30s. It's beautiful evening there. Look at our sky cam. Again, 54 at the airport with clear skies. It allows the temperatures to dip, but we'll eventually have clouds fill in a little bit later this evening. The early to mid evening hours, temperatures will be slipping down into the 40s with clear skies, but those clouds will be back on the increase. Again, chance of showers Saturday night going on into Sunday. We'll track those, and we'll track the changes in next week's weather system coming up.
Thank you, Alex. WPS will lay off more than 300 workers in Madison and Monona in 2025. In a statement, the Wisconsin Physicians Service Insurance Corporation said it's reducing resources across its campus and Tradewinds facility locations. 303 employees at the campus location and 10 at the Tradewinds facility location will be permanently laid off. WPS says the layoffs are due to competitive pressures and contract losses in the federal government contracts market. The expected date of the first separation is January 21st.
In the state capitol, policymakers are starting to put together their budgets.
That includes the agency that oversees state schools, asking a lot, $3 billion of state funds. Political reporter Will Keneally sat down with the state superintendent for more on why that money is critically needed. Will.
Well, the state right now has a $4 billion budget surplus. Now, that's unexpected money that the state took in. Think kind of like the money that you might find in your couch cushion. Now, State Superintendent of Public Instruction Jill Underly wants to spend $3 billion of that on state schools. She sat down with us on For the Record to talk more about the budget request. She says one of the critical parts of the budget is increasing the reimbursement districts receive for special education.
Because it is a program that school districts have to pay the full amount for and cannot run deficits in, they have been funding it through their general education programming fund, which we call Fund 10. So if we were to reimburse it at a higher rate, that is money that actually stays in our schools, stays in our classrooms, and provides services to all kids.
Now, Underly will send that budget request to the governor and state legislature next year, and we'll likely see some changes before it finally gets passed. Now, also important to note that Underly is up for re-election next spring, and she tells us that she is running again. Now, you can see more from our conversation this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record.
Thank you, Will. Madison's winter parking rules are now in effect. That means if you park on the wrong side of the street, you could get fined or towed. Here are the rules. On odd numbered days from 1 to 7 in the morning, you have to park on the side of the street with odd house numbers. On even numbered days from 1 to 7 in the morning, you have to park on the side of the street with even house numbers. Now, there are a few exceptions, like if you live in the snow emergency zone. A list of those exceptions are up on the City of Madison's website.
This is a time where I triple, quadruple, quintuple check to make sure that I'm in the right place.
Yes, me too. I've had a few parking tickets.
Whoops. On the next Live at 4, continuing to follow President-elect Trump's cabinet picks.
Learn where the controversies lie when we come back.
There's a fine line between gorgeous and Griswold. Don't get tangled up this season. Instead, enhance your home with Cardinal's smart outdoor lighting solutions. You'll spend less time dangling off a ladder and more time enjoying what really matters. We'll install smart outdoor lighting solutions catered to your needs so you can go from fancy to festive with just one tap. Light up your home like never before. Book online and save 10% on smart outdoor lighting solutions with Cardinal.
How do you keep your teeth so white with all the coffee you drink? My secret? Lumino whitening strips. I mean, that is white. And because there's no sensitivity, I feel like I can use them more often. And you can get this at Walmart or Target.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our Absolute Gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our Absolute Gutter System? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
For patients rehabilitating from a stroke, injury, or illness at Encompass Health, regaining the highest quality of life is their primary goal. And ours, because there's nothing like the joy of coming home.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like hazy or blurred vision, so it's hard to see fine details. Colors that appear dull or washed out. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Big Beautiful Sectional for just $9.87 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long, up to 60% off list, only at Slumberland. Relax in this power reclining sofa for just $7.97 with a free power recliner. Deals so big, prices so low, all month long. Like this incredible sofa for just $2.98.
Black Friday all month long sale.
Get these deals while they last, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Heck yeah.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
The execution of a man who says he was wrongly convicted for his daughter's death will move forward. The Texas Supreme Court ruled the state can kill Robert Robertson 20 years after a jury found him guilty of killing his 2-year-old. That conviction relied on allegations of shaken baby syndrome, a diagnosis his attorneys argue is wrong. The state was supposed to kill Robertson in October, but a state House committee was able to take action to delay that. The state's high court denied that motion today, though. The earliest Robertson could face execution again is early next year.
More interest rate cuts are likely, but Fed Chair Jerome Powell says the cuts might not be much lower over the next few months. The cuts are likely underway because the economy's current trends and dynamics are expected to remain in place, at least in the short run. That includes a slowing job market and cooling inflation, facilitated by rates that are still at restrictively high levels. Holding borrowing costs at their current elevated rate could push unemployment up. The Fed's next meeting is in the middle of December.
A new report from the Pentagon shows suicides in the military are up. Last year, there were 523 suicides across the military. That's compared with 493 suicides in 2022. While the Army recorded the most suicides of any military branch in 2023, officials say preliminary numbers found a decrease in suicides this year. Military officials say the reason for the Army's improvement is because of an emphasis on safe storage for guns and drugs. The military also says it's improved access to mental health care. All service members and veterans can call the military crisis line if they're struggling with suicidal thoughts. That number is the same as the National Crisis Line, 988. Veterans and service members can get counselors who are trained to respond to them specifically by pressing 1.
And a study in The Lancet says obesity in America has risen drastically in the past 30 years and could be on the rise to go even higher. In many states, more than half of young men and women are considered overweight or obese, including 15 million children. The study's author says if the problem isn't addressed, the U.S. could reach more than 250 million obese people by 2050.
Moments after President-elect Donald Trump announced he is nominating Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, shares for prominent vaccine makers plunged. Both Moderna and Novavax dipped as much as 6% at closing. Pfizer fell almost 2%. For years, Kennedy has spread falsehoods echoing conspiracy theories about vaccines being unsafe. He's vowed to immediately start studying vaccine safety and efficacy when he takes office.
Right now, Republicans are at odds over whether to confirm Trump's nominees.
Nicole Skanga reports from Capitol Hill.
The debate over Senate confirmation for some of President-elect Donald Trump's more controversial cabinet picks is already underway on Capitol Hill.
I think the Senate should do everything they possibly can to approve those and to nominate them and get them through the confirmation process.
There are, I think, a number of nominees that have got a lot of tough questions to answer.
House members left for the weekend without an ethics committee vote on whether to release a report looking into allegations of sexual misconduct by former Congressman Matt Gaetz, Trump's choice for Attorney General.
A report is apparently in some draft form and was going to be released on what is now a former member of the House. I do not believe that that is an appropriate thing. It doesn't follow our rules and traditions.
But some lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say the report should be made public.
I think it's important for them to have all critical information that they need to make an intelligent decision.
When you have these sort of complaints and investigations, it's always better to find out before than after.
Another cabinet pick that could face a confirmation battle here on Capitol Hill, Trump's choice to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I just looked at the news reports. People like you, Bobby. Don't get too popular, Bobby.
Kennedy's anti-vaccine activism has several lawmakers questioning whether he should oversee the nation's public health agenda.
All my kids are vaccinated, and I hope he's not going to move against one of the most life-saving technologies in the history of the world.
Kennedy is also facing another challenge from some conservatives. Former Vice President Mike Pence called on Republicans to block Kennedy's nomination because of his record supporting abortion rights. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Alex is back in the studio. It was nice to feel the sunshine today, Alex.
It was nice to feel the sunshine. Needed the shades. I was a little concerned last night that maybe the clouds wouldn't clear out, but they cleared out. We had a beautiful day. And guess what? We'll keep that beautiful stretch going as part of the 3 things you need to know. A mild weekend ahead, although shower chances, a little bit better of a chance as it looks like Saturday night going on into early Sunday. These past couple days, we didn't really think we'd get many showers with this cold front coming through, but it looks a little bit better. Next week is still looking active, but we've got some changes there that we need to discuss. First, let's plan your evening. A gorgeous one, clear skies. Temperatures going down to 42 by the time you join us for our 10 o'clock newscast. Clouds will eventually fill in tonight. That's going to help to hold up the temperatures. Remember, the clouds act kind of like a blanket, so as that radiation goes out to space, it gets blocked. And then we have temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees to start off Saturday morning. And that's about 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. High temperatures on Saturday just brought them down just a touch, because we will have more in the way of cloud cover on Saturday. Not expecting showers at this point, but we'll do 51 as a popular number, maybe hanging on only into the upper 40s over far southwestern Wisconsin, 49 in Platteville and 48 in Mineral Point. But that's still a couple degrees above normal too. The shower chances, let's track those together. Here we go, 8 o'clock at night, stretching from Juneau County over to the south and west towards Crawford County. So we march forward in time. Notice it's a broken line of showers. So not everyone's going to see these showers. In fact, many places will stay dry. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder as well, and those showers are out of here by the time we get into the early part of Sunday morning. Now you might be wondering, well, what about the Badger game tomorrow, Alex? I think the showers are going to hold off until after the game. Winds will be just a touch on the gusty side, and with temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50, my suggestion is just to wear your warm red attire and enjoy the game. I think overall it's going to be quite nice. Now, we've been talking about for days, and first to let you know about this impactful weather system for the Midwest next week. I'm expecting that to be all rain still on Tuesday, but it looks like now this weather system is going to move more to the east after it comes through on Tuesday with the cold front, and that brings our precipitation chances down. Still that possibility of a mixed Wednesday night and Thursday night and snow showers on Saturday, and here you see that in our 10-day forecast. A good chance of rain on Tuesday, and because the weather system is going to be a little bit further to the east once it moves through, I've dropped the precipitation chances to chances, so 30–40% coverage Wednesday going on into Thursday and Friday, and then another little ripple of energy, as we call it, will ride around that low pressure, bringing us a chance of snow showers as we go into next Saturday. Now, we can't have a Live at 4 show without some viewer photos. It was nice to celebrate them. Thanks, Nick, from showing us this beautiful sunrise photo here from Lake Conganza. All Nick did is scan that QR code that links us right up to the channel3000.com weather page, and then I can get access to those photos, and then I can showcase them and celebrate them on air. Ellie and Brady, look at this stunning sunrise photo here in Orfordville sent to us by Carolyn, and we got a couple more of these. Look at this one, Scott and McFarland. How pretty is that? We've got reds and yellows and purples and even a little bit of blue in that picture. And our friends to the west in Richland County also sending us this fiery sunrise photo here. Thanks, Dawn, for sending us this photo. All these beautiful photos, again, just all you got to do is scan that QR code. It's that easy, and then we can show them on air and showcase your name, too. How about that?
It's really nice because it feels like we get to visit all of these areas, and we don't even have to leave the studio.
Exactly. Wake up with them, see the beautiful sunrises.
Yeah, it's weather around the neighborhood.
Thanks, Alex. Well, prostate cancer affects men all over the world, and cutting-edge research and clinical trials are happening right here in Madison.
And I bet you've been wondering why I'm growing a beard again. Have you? I haven't shaved in a week. It's a little itchy right now. This time it's for a good cause. So through that other show I anchor, The News at 9, I'm teaming up with the Carbone Cancer Center for No Shave November. We're trying to raise awareness and money to battle the disease and hopefully save some lives. Here's a look at the challenges and innovations local scientists at UW Carbone Cancer Center are seeing. Even in a lab, you don't need a microscope to figure out why Dr. Joshua Lang does what he does.
My grandfather and my wife's grandfather also died of prostate cancer.
That's why the work you see here at the UW Carbone Cancer Center is important.
Very focused on helping men in Wisconsin fighting this disease.
Lang says Wisconsin ranks 41st in the nation for prostate cancer survival.
We're among the worst.
Some of the reasons include barriers for accessing medical care and, in some cases, a lack of interest in getting it, meaning men aren't getting screened for prostate cancer until it might be too late.
It's an area where the more education we provide, that especially something for prostate cancer screening, which is a simple blood test. That's something that anybody can do when they reach that age when they're at highest risk of developing the disease. And it's always better to catch it early before it becomes a lifelong problem.
Here's how your dollars you donate to Brady's Beard Watch help. Your donations allow scientists here to find new treatments for patients with prostate cancer, new and better tests to catch it earlier, and new clinical trials that better target the cancer cells to give men with late-stage and incurable prostate cancer more years.
We're seeing in some of the early clinical trials response rates of cancer shrinking in 50, 60, even 70% of patients. Now, that's why we need to do the larger studies to see how well that holds out, but also who are the men that benefit the most from those therapies.
Dr. Lang has his reasons for why he wants to end prostate cancer, and it seems like every day he finds another one to keep going.
There's absolutely hope. When I think about when I first started taking care of men with prostate cancer about a dozen years ago, the average survival was somewhere between 3 to 5 years. With some of these new combination therapies, I have men who are living 5, 7, 10 years and even more. Now, it's not every man, but if we don't give them the opportunity, we're going to miss helping men live years longer.
And I'll be bringing you some more stories throughout the month. If you're able, please consider donating. Any amount can help make a difference locally. So take out your smartphone. We'll wait. Okay, open up your camera app and scan that QR code on your screen. That'll take you to a donation page through the Carbone Cancer Center. And if you don't have time to scan, just Google Brady's Beard Watch and you can find the donation page. Thank you, everyone, so much. We heard a lot of numbers, but I always say the most important number is 1. You could help save one person's father, one person's grandfather, brother, son, what have you.
Yeah, and it's a great thing you're doing, raising the money too, and helping bring awareness to it.
Yeah, and I don't have to shave, so.
Yeah, you look stylish while doing it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, still ahead on Live at 4, you may have noticed some festive lights at Olin Park.
Josh Sprider is in the 608 with the 36th year of lighting up Madison.
Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
This is Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Porchlight strives to reduce homelessness in Dane County by collaborating with the community to provide shelter, affordable housing, and supportive services that eliminate barriers and empower the individuals and families that we serve. Find ways how you can help our unhoused neighbors. Please visit porchlightinc.org.
And that is Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
For 15 years, Gilda's Club Madison has provided free emotional support, cancer education, and hope to children and adults facing any kind of cancer. Is someone in your life facing cancer? Support is available in Dane County and virtually throughout Wisconsin. To learn more, visit gildasclubmadison.org so that no one faces cancer alone.
So many Medicare plans.
That's why you're comparing all-in-one plans, all in one place with eHealth.
Oh, hey.
Based on what we talked about, your doctor,
My pharmacy,
your budget,
my medications.
you have a match.
Whoa. How is all this a free service?
Insurance companies pay us to find you a match.
You really are a Medicare matchmaker.
I'm going to use that.
Thanks for the help.
Do you need help finding a Medicare match? Maybe you're paying too much for too little. Maybe your current plan is changing, or your needs are changing, or you simply have questions. Either way, now is the time of year you can do something about it. So give us a call and speak to an advisor, or get started at ehealth.com.
Call 1-800-573-4013 or go to ehealth.com to compare Medicare plans in your area.
eHealth, your Medicare matchmaker.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Ellie, what day is it?
It's Friday!
And in the 608, the Holiday Fantasy and Lights has returned for the holiday season.
Josh Sprider is in Olin Park with more on the 36th year of lighting up Madison.
We are talking about a Madison staple back for the 2024 holiday season, the 36th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights. And joining us to talk more about this is Mike Killian of IBEW 159. Mike, good to see you.
Good seeing you, Josh.
So this is always such a special treat for the community, and there's so much time and effort that goes into pulling this off every year.
Right, so it's our 36th year doing this drive-through event. We used to do it at Warner Park. It got to be too big, so we moved it over here, and like I said, 36 year where you can be able to drive through. The event has tripled in size since 2009, so we're keep expanding.
You know, when you talk about that expansion, the community has really been such a back of this. Like, they keep coming out and they keep supporting you guys in your mission.
Yeah, it's really good to get the community involvement. That's one of the reasons why we had to move here, because everybody would come out and back the traffic up. So they said, hey, you guys got to have a little bit bigger area. The traffic will even still back up here. So with that, you know, it's good. It's with the donations that we get, it all goes back into the event, or we donate them to charity.
You know, when you talk about some of the new things that are out here, I know right here behind us is the Babcock Dairy. It takes so many community partnerships to make this happen.
Right, so Babcock, we partnered with Babcock's one of our new sponsors this year. So they made ice cream for us, Fantasy Nights ice cream, that's available down at the Babcock Dairy store. So pick it up, it's pretty good.
That's a nice little treat. Maybe get that before you come out here to Olin Park.
There you go. Pick it up, have some as you're driving through.
And one of the cool things, too, is you have the QR code so people can scan that when they come right into Olin Park, and then you can listen to music throughout the whole stretch.
Yeah, as you drive in, scan the QR code, you listen to music play through your phone, and you'll be able to do that.
So 36 years, that's a long time. How can people keep supporting you guys in your mission moving forward?
So as they come through, as they come through and then you leave, the donations go right back into the event, or we give them to charity. So nothing stays with anybody. It's nonprofit. People, like I said, we either make it for new displays, which there's a few new displays this year besides the ice cream one, so they'll have to get out and see if they can spot them. And like I said, then the rest just gets donated to charity.
And of course, all of you that put this on every year, you do it because you love it. You love the mission behind it.
Right. It's all volunteer work that goes into with our retirees and apprentices, making the displays and setting them up.
So people can check it out all the way through the end of the year?
Correct. Yep. You can check it out to the end of the year, where lights are on 4:30 every day, and then the lights will go off right after the first of the year this year.
So plenty of time to check it out.
Plenty of time.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
If you'd like to learn more about the 36th Annual Holiday Fantasy Lights, just go to the story up on channel3000.com. At Olin Park in Madison, Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
That's so pretty every year.
I know, I'm so impressed by the intricate light designs. Like coming up, I think like the whole ice cream cone. I don't know how they put that together, but it looks cool.
Yeah, people much more talented than I am to do that, yeah.
That's why we go and we enjoy.
Yes, thank you everyone. Well, still ahead on Live at 4, a look at new data on the record-breaking number of school referenda approved this year.
Plus, Tanisha Shaw brings us details from her exclusive interview with a former member of the Sun Prairie School District.
Introducing the new all-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now and ask about a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
Sam, since this is your first Get Holiday Ready sales event, let me introduce you to the rest of the Ford crew. The full lineup of Ford SUVs. Keep it festive, Morgan.
How fun.
That's Blake and Bailey. They're our Bronco experts.
Goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
You rock climb? So that's a maybe.
Yeah.
And of course, Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. The Get Holiday Ready
Ready sales event.
Chills.
Pretty powerful.
Only at your Ford dealer.
Introducing the Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network.
Wisconsin Wayfinder is a great resource. It's one place to find out about all the information that you need.
We want to hear from anybody who's supporting any child age 0 to 21 with any disability, special health care need, mental health diagnosis, whatever it is.
Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Call 877-WISC-WAY.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now live at 4, moving forward.
You know, it's really been a very nice Friday.
It really has. It was a little cool this morning. It's a little cool, but the sun came out, so appreciate that.
Yeah, so this weather is not for the birds.
No, not quite.
Because there are birds right there. You know, hanging out. Quiet before active weather. Alex liked it.
I did. We have birds out here too, Brady, with our Wild Birds Unlimited sponsored bird feeders out here. It's been actually very active out here from a bird perspective. They're enjoying this nice day. The sun, yes, Ellie did come out today. I was a little concerned that it wouldn't, that those clouds and the patchy fog we had this morning would hold on throughout the day and hold our temperatures down, but that didn't happen. The sun came out, turned out to be a glorious day and a mild weekend ahead. I can promise you that. Some changes, though, in the forecast we need to talk about during this half hour. One of them, showers are a possibility Saturday night, and next week's active weather, we'll see some changes there as well with that overall forecast. Rain chances, look at the little yellow line there from Saturday at 7 p.m. to Sunday at 4 a.m. It says probably dry, but there will be some places that do get wet. In my main weather a little bit later in the newscast here, I will track those showers with you to show you who stands the best chance of those showers and maybe even a thunderstorm Saturday night. That'll end on Sunday with a warm day, a bit on the breezy side, highs up near 57 degrees. And then we've got some changes on the way for next week. We got that big weather system also to talk about. But let's plan the rest of our evening. Clear skies, I can confirm that. There's just a few thin contrails and cirrus clouds above me right now. Temperatures will fall down through the 40s. But again, coming up a little bit later, we'll track the showers for Saturday night. Will it impact the Badger game? And what about those snowflake chances? Are they still in the forecast?
Thanks, Alex. The Sun Prairie School Board member that publicly resigned Tuesday speaks exclusively to News 3 Now.
Owen Foster sat down with reporter Tanisha Shaw and explained why he resigned and the issues he says are at the Sun Prairie School District.
Alwyn Foster said his decision to resign from Sun Prairie School Board came after years of systematic issues.
I resigned because I didn't appreciate the treatment that the way that the situation with Ms. Coleman was handled. I thought that there were better methods, better options, better practices to handle what happened. I mean, there were other, if I'm honest, there were other situations prior to that that were worrisome, but that was, as they say, the straw that broke the camel's back. It seemed like she was being pushed out. It appeared to me that she was being forced out by her superiors for whatever reason.
Sun Prairie residents voted for Foster in 2021, and he won re-election this year. Foster said giving up his seat wasn't easy.
I resigned because I felt like the work that I was doing on the board was important.
Tonight at 6, we'll hear more from Foster on what he plans to do after his resignation. Reporting in Sun Prairie, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Tanisha. The district released a statement in response to Foster's resignation. Earlier today, it reads in part, the Board of Education extends its gratitude to Mr. Foster for his years of service and support of the Sun Prairie community. The statement did not address the concerns of racism, but says the process to replace Foster will be transparent.
A Middleton woman will spend 18 months in federal prison after purchasing a gun that resulted in a murder-suicide earlier this year. 24 Shania Tintaleo pleaded guilty in August. Prosecutors say she lied to a firearms dealer in order to buy a gun for 34-year-old Jessica Jessman. Jessman couldn't legally buy a gun because of a prior felony conviction. She allegedly paid Tintaleo for the gun. She went on to use that weapon to shoot and kill her children, 8-year-old Maya and 5-year-old Major Lacey Robinson.
Investors are worried about interest rates, and that put a damper on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials dropped 305 points. The Nasdaq was off 427, and the S&P closed down 78.
A person is dead after a car hit them in rural Jefferson County last night. This was on Coffee Road in Farmington. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says a car headed northbound struck a pedestrian who was crossing from the east side of the road. The pedestrian died at the scene. The driver wasn't hurt and has been cooperating with the investigation, which is still underway.
Next week, the Wisconsin Supreme Court will hear arguments in Wisconsin Elections Commission versus Devin LeMahieu. This case revolves around the legal status of Megan Wolf, the administrator of the WEC. The saga has played out for more than a year, with Republicans in the state Senate voting to fire her, admitting that vote had no legal effect, and then shifting the focus of their legal arguments. Both sides will argue about the legality of Wolf's position on Monday before the state's liberal majority Supreme Court.
In the Wisconsin Policy Forum's latest report, they show a record number of school district referenda were approved in this year's elections. We saw some of those referenda here in Madison and in other surrounding communities across Dane County. Unofficial results indicate that voters approved 169 of the 241 school referenda on the ballots in April, August, and last week. That tops the previous record of 140 in 2018. Despite the passing of these referenda, the WPF found the approval rates for such questions are on a downward trend, and it's a problem researchers say has to be addressed soon.
I think a question here for both our school districts and communities and also for state lawmakers is around whether we want the minimum level of education that communities can provide to depend on what voters decide in each of them.
Even if costs continue to be an issue that's put on the ballot, Shaw says that might not pan out for the same for all students across Wisconsin, which creates a whole new problem.
So right now, this is a real referenda is a local control mechanism. It's voters saying, here's what the state said we can do, and we're going to choose to go beyond that. And what it means is that you have communities where voters say yes or can afford to say yes, and communities where voters say no or don't feel like they can even if they want to. And for some, that's a victory. That's kind of those who are closest to the issue being able to make the decisions about what's happening in their communities. And for others, that's a real concern of whether we're ensuring that no matter where you live in the state, all children will have access to a quality education.
The WPF says state policymakers have to consider whether their current approach to funding schools needs reform in the upcoming budget.
If you missed the last farmers market on the square, don't worry about it. The holiday Dane County Farmers Market begins tomorrow at the Monona Terrace. The market features 70 of the same vendors you see on the square, and while you won't be able to find every vendor that was at the market on the square, there are a few things about the Monona Terrace Market you can't get anywhere else.
They have, late season produce, so like hardy greens and storage crops, but then also there is a little bit of holiday flair, like floating beeswax candles or painted gourds, and definitely wreaths and dried flowers, which are just like so great this time of year.
The markets open on Saturdays starting tomorrow and ending on the 21st of December. There will be no market on November 30th, though.
So between the lights and the market, seems like there's plenty to do this weekend.
Yeah, holiday spirit.
Exactly.
It's coming for you.
Never too early. Harry Potter and the Wizarding World of Baking may not have been in the book series, but it's the focus of a new show on Max.
Yeah, more holiday stuff for you. Will Loper has a look at what's streaming in this weekend's Loper Report.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Come celebrate the season with Baraboo Furniture and Mattresses store-wide fall kickoff sale. Every department is on sale. Save an additional 25% off the lowest marked sales price on Smith Brothers and England living room sets. Save an additional 30% off Flex Steel furniture, 25% off Amish furniture. Every department is on sale in our beautiful showroom, including Ashley, reclining furniture, spring air mattresses, and much more. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide fall kickoff sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 608-407-7826.
I was in the shower washing my hair, and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free, and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 608-407-7826. 608-407-7826.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. Qualified lessees can get this 2024 Silverado for around $449 a month. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's a huge red flag for the district.
Racial tensions boil over in Sun Prairie schools, pushing a board member to resign. Parents say this fight is nothing new. We're digging into the claims, uncovering the stories, and examining the impact. Tonight at 6.
In 2011, Wisconsin's Act 10 law brought unprecedented protests to our state capitol. But 4 months ago, the pendulum swung back. I'll show you how Act 10's repeal could open a new path forward for state workers. Monday night on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, you may just feel like a wizard in the kitchen after you watch this.
I hope so. Well, watch contestants face off in the baking world with a little Harry Potter magic. Will Loper shows you what's streaming in the Loper Report.
Let's get going, everybody. Let the baking begin.
Bring a little magic into the kitchen with Harry Potter, Wizards of Baking, newly streaming on Max.
The detailing on this is incredible.
I cannot wait to see what you make.
It's a nice texture inside the moussiness. That word in cooking, moussiness. It is now.
It's gonna be all right. Are we sure?
Continue the story of 5 siblings in Bad Sisters Season 2, new on Apple TV+.
Did you ever think about what we did?
We are all involved in this.
We covered up a murder.
The world's better off without you.
The dark comedy series follows the Garvey sisters, who find themselves in over their heads after a murder occurs.
We need to get the cops looking at the right person. We are the right person. Clearly, you've been doing your push-ups. You know what? You keep it.
And get a spicier take on holiday movies with Hot Frosty, newly streaming on Netflix.
It feels amazing.
Excuse me, can I help you? Is this Jack?
I was a snowman.
That's not good.
The film asks the question, what if Frosty the Snowman melted and he was a hunk?
Man went streaking in front of poor Ethel Jennings.
Hi there.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
A man that sweet's just gotta be magic.
I wonder what that pitch meeting was like. They're like, what if we just hot Frosty? That's it. The lady puts a scarf on a snowman, and that's the movie.
You know, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation.
You're looking forward to the baking show, though.
I am. I love a good baking show. It's really impressive what they can do with those cakes.
Well, if you make anything, feel free to bring it and we'll test it out.
I'm not a good baker, so I don't know that you would want that.
All right.
Well, still ahead at Live at 4, fall nuisance bugs.
A UW expert joins us to talk about how to get rid of them. Next.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on classes and events.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed, the only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools by drawing warm air away from your body to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus up to $500 off an adjustable base. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
Really outdone yourselves this year.
Thanks, Santa.
Families come to Menards to get everything they need to create holiday memories that will last a lifetime. Visit our enchanted forest today and get these great deals on holiday decor. Now at Menards.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on December 5th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on classes and events.
Already we're ready for Florida.
Exactly.
All right, back here. From stink bugs to ladybugs, small nuisances are making their way into Wisconsinites' homes this fall.
Joining us today to talk about how to get rid of unwanted critters and whether you can expect the numbers to die down, the director of UW's Insect Diagnostics Lab, PJ Leish. Hey, PJ, how are you doing?
Great.
So why are people seeing more bugs in their homes?
This is really the time of the year where we see a lot of insect activity, and there's a whole bunch of insects that I commonly refer to as fall invaders. These are things like Asian lady beetles, box elder bugs, brown marmorated stink bugs, and what they are trying to do in their strategy is to sneak into a sheltered spot to hunker down for the winter, and then they leave again in spring and go about their business. So that means they're trying to get into nooks and crannies at the moment.
And so how long will this last for?
It's going to depend a little bit on the weather. With some of the temperatures we've had in general, if it's above 50, we tend to see activity. So earlier today, it was pretty warm, pretty sunny. when I was walking on campus. I was seeing a lot of those fall invaders being active. If we look into the fall, longer term forecasts, when temperatures start dropping consistently below 50, and especially if we get down into the 30s, that's really going to quiet things down, at least on the outside of buildings. However, if these insects have already snuck into your home or another building through nooks and crannies, they can potentially stay active throughout the entire winter season.
Yeah, and they're very sneaky, and it seems like there are all these different ways to get rid of them, but what are some of the best ways to do so?
So there's two main approaches we can go about. The first is a little bit putsy, takes a lot of effort to do right, but it can pay off in the long run. And that is an approach that in the pest control industry would be referred to as physical exclusion. This simply means looking at the exterior of your structure, your home or other building, looking for weak points in the armor, so to speak, potential entry points, and doing anything you can to seal up those spots. So that could be using caulk or expanding insulation foam or backer rod. Sometimes it's a matter of looking at your windows and doors and checking out that weather stripping and maybe replacing that if needed. Now, in theory, if you can look at the outside of your structure and seal it up nice and snug, they won't be able to get in the first place. And that can really help you out in the long run. But again, sometimes that can be hard to do, especially if you live in maybe an older farmhouse or something like that. Newer homes are often built so that they're a little bit more snug. The other approach would be to ahead of time, before they sneak in, would be to treat the outside of a structure and kind of those same weak points. So around windows and doors, maybe where the siding meets the foundation. And either you can do this yourself or hire a pest management professional, but you'd basically spray a residual insecticide just in very discreet strips or bands in those locations to help repel those insects before they get in. But once they get indoors, then I simply suggest to folks to get out the hose attachment on the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, getting serious.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, my pleasure.
All right, Alex, is the weather going to help us with any of these nuisance bugs?
A bit, based upon, I was learning a lot there as well, that connection between bugs and weather. We eventually will see those temperatures getting down into the 30s and 40s and maybe even some upper 20s by night. We'll see that in a little bit in the 10-day forecast. But as we were just saying and talking about, 54 degrees right now, winds are calm. It's a beautiful evening out there, less the bugs, right? But a beautiful evening is in store. Let's plan it together. 6 p.m. 47, 8 p.m. 43, and 10 p.m. 42 degrees. I'll be here for the 6 o'clock newscast, and we've got Buddy will be here for the 10 o'clock newscast. Hubbard high is in the upper 40s to lower 50s for Saturday. The few more clouds that I'm expecting is holding the temperatures down just a bit. First run weather team, we were forecasting mid 50s, but if we have the clouds that we're expecting, we'll likely only do low 50s at best. Then we've got that shower chance. 8 o'clock north and west of Madison. Madison, just that fleeting shower going by maybe 11, 12 o'clock at night. So I think here in Madison, Badger game should be shower free. North and west of Madison, you stand a chance, and then the showers come through. And it's a very small chance. It's about a 20-30% chance. Better chances right now looking north and west of Madison. And because of the speed and the sparse nature of it, you'd be lucky to get maybe a 1/10 of an inch. But definitely keep an eye on the forecast tomorrow morning with Jacob. He'll have the latest on that cold front coming through. That's that tiny chance of precipitation Saturday night. Good chances of rain on Tuesday with a weather system, but look at beyond that. As we go Wednesday into Thursday, I've dropped the chances of precipitation. It looks like the weather system will definitely bring us rain, heavy rain, as we go on into Tuesday. But then the weather system is expected to go more off towards the east, bringing maybe just a tiny chance as we go Wednesday night into Thursday morning for a mix where we could see a few of those snowflakes. And then the weather system continues to move off towards the east with just a tiny chance of a rain or a snow shower as we go Friday and then again into Saturday. So that's the change right now with that weather system. Next week, there's a lesser of a chance of seeing widespread snow shower activity. We'll be right back.
Big Beautiful Sectional for just $9.87 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long, up to 60% off list. Deals so big, prices so low. While they last, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Technology is everywhere, and our kids are embracing it to learn, play, and socialize. But with endless ways to access the digital world, monitoring their screen time can be tough. So SSM Health and News 3 Now created the Time for Kids digital playbook. Join us on air and online for stories and strategies to help your family navigate, set rules, and stay safe in the ever-evolving digital age. Let's focus on tech together by taking Time for Kids.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our absolute gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our absolute gutter system? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland, up to 60% off list. Get a Sealy Posturepedic high-brand mattress for just $6.99. Or save up to $800 on select adjustable mattress sets.
I hear this help reduce snoring. It's a huge red flag for the district.
Racial tensions boil over in Sun Prairie schools, pushing a board member to resign. Parents say this fight is nothing new. We're digging into the claims, uncovering the stories, and examining the impact. Tonight at 6.
In 2011, Wisconsin's Act 10 law brought unprecedented protests to our state capitol. But 4 months ago, the pendulum swung back. I'll show you how Act 10's repeal could open a new path forward for state workers. Monday night on News 3 Now at 6.
Well, take a look at this newly released video showing one very lucky pedestrian's very close call with a piece of scaffolding that fell from a skyscraper. Oh, there it is.
It unfolded outside Boston's South Station when suddenly a section of sheet metal came crashing down from above, just missing this woman by mere feet. That is terrifying.
Yeah, it's like a movie. I'm glad everyone's okay. We'll be right back.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Here's the secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, has nurses that specialize in custom treatment plans. Always natural, never overfilled. Time to learn how aging is different at Robertson.
The Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present Divas 3, powerhouse Las Vegas vocalists performing your favorite chart-topping hits. Saturday, November 23rd, one show only. Tickets available online now.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with Madison Magazine. Dig into local cookbooks that celebrate our culinary community and history. And meet